Satan's Portal, Part 3. Now, this is truly a spiritual message, and many people will not believe in this message and all that deep stuff. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with that. But anyhow, Satan's Portal. Yeah. Honestly, his portal consists of so much, too. That's the thing about Satan's Portal, And I want to say, there's many portals within Satan's portal. But, things are being stated the way they are just by the Spirit of God concerning this matter, as I'm being led by the Spirit of God. But, yeah, Satan's portal is real. And there's many portals within Satan's portal. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, they do consist of many things. I mean, Satan's portal truly consists of a lot, Satan's lies. It consists of Satan's schemes. It consists of Satan's people. It consists of darkness. It consists of doubt. It consists of, nightmares. It consists of just all this stuff, like false imaginations from Satan. It consists of a lot, man. And the thing is, that's what I'm saying. You religious people, man, you people are just not ready for Satan's portal. I'm being real, And this stuff is truly not a game, because that's the thing about this stuff. A lot of you people won't even be exposed to the portal too, Satan's portal, because once again, you guys are not much of a threat to Satan at all. You're not. So certain things will not be revealed concerning a lot of you people. But other, spiritual people will bear witness with this. And I mean spiritual people in God, the God of Israel. Everybody else, though, you're not going to believe in this type of matter. But yeah, you religious people, you're just outside of this matter is what I'm saying, because Satan is not bothered by you, and a lot of you people he already has in the palm of his hands and all this deep stuff. But yeah, anyhow, yeah, Satan's portal is not a game. It's not a joke, because, as I'm being led by the Spirit too. Yeah, depression too. Depression is in Satan's portal as well. Depression, identity crisis. Yeah, that's a part of Satan's portal. Insecurity is a part of Satan's portal. This can apply to men, women, or any being too, any other beings as well. Yeah, the stuff gets deep. That's what I'm saying. Satan's demons are part of this portal. Satan himself is, more or less the host of these portals within his portal. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you just got to be really spiritual to believe in this type of matter. But, this is not a usual type message. It's not. But yeah, I mean, this stuff is not a game, because Satan is not playing concerning these portals and his portal overall. And once he brings you in it, if you're not authorized to walk in it once again with God, then you're not going to be coming out of this portal, And if you do, it's because God's grace has granted you. He's granted you the grace to make it through the portal for his will, So more or less, it just ties it back into what I'm saying. If you're not authorized to go through these portals concerning Satan's portal, then yeah, you will not be making it through out of that stuff. No. You will either be harmed or you will be very much cursed, and Satan may place so many things up on you spiritually that, there will not be anything. You will not be coming back from these different things that Satan has placed upon you within the portal and these portals that he consists of. I'm just being very real. Satan's portal consists of delusions. It consists of his lies, doubt, fear. All that stuff is within Satan's portal and these portals of Satan. And what you got to understand is that he is not going to be just obvious with the portal, and you will recognize this stuff if you are spiritual in God. But other than that, a lot of you religious people, you're going to just be more or less walking through these portals unknowingly too. That's why if I'm being real. And this stuff is truly not a game, because Satan knows, like, you people are just not spiritual. And I keep telling you that this dude is. He is spiritual, and I am too. So I'm telling you. So that's how I know these matters are. It's a real matter, But everybody will not believe in all this stuff. I already know it's not for everybody anyhow. I'm not trying to reach everybody and all that stuff, but this is for God's people and people that God has interest in. Everybody outside of this stuff is just, they're outside of it and they will remain outside of it. But I mean, yeah, Satan's portal is not a game because a lot of deception in these portals, a lot of lies, a lot of, a lot of stuff within these portals as I'm being led to by the Spirit. I mean, haters are a part of the Satan's portal. All this stuff is a part of Satan's portal. And like I said, if you're not authorized to go through these portals for God, I would not be going through it at all because you will be part of Satan in his in his darkness. I'll just leave it at that. And Satan is very aware of these portals that he consists of because he's the host of the portals that I'm talking about. Satan's portal, it's his portals, more or less. But like I said, he already knows that you Christians too. You Christians, man, you people are not a part of. You people are not aware of this matter. Is what I'm trying to say. And I mean, man, I don't know what to tell you people. Like I said, more or less, this applies to you Christians who God did not pick, is what I'm more or less saying too. Yeah, you people are definitely a part of it, and I'm just being very real. I don't know what to tell you certain individuals besides get out of religion and all this other stuff, because otherwise you're going to be liable to Satan's portal and portals, and this stuff will consume you, and you will be carrying out his will overall and just blocked off from relationship with God and all this deep stuff. Yeah, because see, the thing is, like, Satan knows, like, and even as I'm being led by the Spirit too, like, yeah, I mean, hypocrites too are a part of Satan's portal too. Hypocrites, people who pretend they don't have any sin and all that stuff, this is all a part of Satan's portal. Because once again, as I may have mentioned before too, hypocrites will burn in a certain part of hell. It's not going to just be hell. Like, they're going to be in a very certain part of hell. And, the God of Israel is in the control of all these matters, more or less. But, I'm just being led by the Spirit. And yes, a lot of stuff concerning Satan's portal and portals. And, yeah, man, it's a lot of people a part of these portals concerning Satan. And this stuff is not good, man. That's what I'm telling you, because more and more individuals and souls will be a part of this, whether they believe this or not. And I'm going to be very real with you. Satan is laughing about this matter. He's laughing because more and more people are just walking through these portals unknowingly too. At that. Now, God will show certain people, certain individuals mercy. God says he's going to show mercy to whom he shows mercy to. So depending on where they are in spirit and their heart and all this stuff, concerning the certain souls, but far as these other fallen beings and stuff like that, God's judgment is upon them. And, speaking of that, yeah, there's fallen beings too. And these fallen angels are attached to a lot of these portals from Satan as well too. So this stuff gets very deep because this stuff is very spiritual. And a lot of you people are just not, once again. So Satan does not have to he does not have to really present himself to a lot of you people. He's not going to, once again, too. Because Satan is way more clever than that. That's what I'm telling you, people. But also, he's just going to allow certain souls who have rejected God and all this deep stuff to walk through his portal. That's what I'm saying. Satan, and, it's no coming back for a lot of these individuals. I'm just being real concerning Satan's portal and portals and all this stuff. And if you're not walking through his portal to more or less with God and for God's higher purpose concerning his will, then yeah, you shouldn't be walking through these portals at all. I'm being real, because you will be affected negatively, even if you, I want to say, thrive or survive these certain portals, you will be severely cursed by Satan himself. It's by Satan, And yeah, the stuff is not a game, and many other spiritual demonic beings that work for Satan too. That includes his witches, his warlocks, maybe even wizards, and all these other deep spiritual beings that are demonic. These beings, you know, they're part of these portals that I'm talking about. And yeah, I mean, you know, I know Satan is truly monitoring this message, you know, but I don't care. I don't care about all that. What I do care about is God's will and God's kingdom overall. But, you know, and I will not quench God's spirit concerning, you know, this. That's what I'm telling you. But yeah, the stuff is not a game, and Satan's portal is real, and it's a lot of demonic beings a part of this stuff, including followers of him. And yeah, I mean, there's no coming back from a lot of the stuff that Satan can place on you. You know, even if you do, I want to say, survive these certain portals or thrive throughout the portal, whatever. I don't even want to say thrive, more or less survive, because you know, you're not, a lot of you certain individuals will not be getting through these portals, especially if you're going through it for demonic purpose, and God knows all the intentions of everybody, is what I'm telling you. So that's what I'm saying. But overall, you know, like I said, if you walk with the enemy and all that stuff, and you're part of his kingdom hearing this, then I mean, you're done. You know, God's judgment is already up on you, and you will be you will be severely judged, you know. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, with all that being said, though, Satan's portal is no joke, and the portals that's within his portal is no joke. And he knows Satan knows he knows who and what to bring upon certain individuals concerning his portal. And once you walk through his portal, like I said, if you're not authorized by God to walk through these certain portals of Satan, do not be going through, because a lot of you people will still be doing the opposite of what I'm saying, because, you know, you're just rebellious and all that stuff. But like I said, Satan is not going to present himself to everybody as I'm being led by the Spirit. He's not. And the people he does, he has intentions on using. And overall, he is going to betray you, you know. So it doesn't even matter what you think about this. But with all that being said, yeah, I just broke down Satan's portal. And no, it's not authorized for you to walk in, especially without God, you know, and the real Jesus, you know. So if you are demonic person and all this stuff, and you're already a part of this stuff, then yeah, you're done by God. And anybody else who's somewhat innocent still, yeah, just don't even worry about, you know, walking through Satan's portal, you know. Like I said, do not, because there's a lot of stuff in his portal that I may not have even mentioned too, that you're not going to come back from. As I'm being led by the Spirit before I close this out, yeah, magic too, like dark magic is a part of Satan's portal too. You know, he will be placing this upon you to bring much confusion and stealing your power that God has given you, all this stuff. He will be bringing this stuff upon you, walking through his portal. I'm being very real, because this stuff's not a game. This is not a joke. This is not, no, this is a real matter. And he's very aware of this stuff, is what I'm telling you. But you religious people, you people more or less are done too, is what I'm telling you. You people are done. You Christians and all this stuff, you know, you seriously just need to get out of all that stuff and repent to the real Jesus. You know, I'm truly being led to say this before I close this out, but you need to repent to the real Jesus, the black Jesus, and fight to truly just not only gain relationship, but go higher in your relationship with him. Because he's the only one who can really even protect you concerning these portals of Satan. Other than that, you're going to be liable to a lot of stuff that Satan is doing concerning this stuff. And yeah, he may not like necessarily, you know, he may not harm you right away and all that stuff too, you know, but he will be stripping many things from you and bringing many curses upon you, and much stuff will be playing out later. So either way, harm is coming your way concerning this Satan's portal and all that stuff. So, but with all that being said, yeah, I'm out.